Welcome to my channel. HD Rare Coins 111. In this video I tell you about the United States of America Lincoln 1-cent penny, which are most valuable and rare. If you interested, please subscribe my channel. Thanks. Top 1. The world of coin collecting is filled with hidden gems, and one of the most iconic coins in American history is the Lincoln 1-cent penny. First introduced in 1909, this humble penny has undergone many changes over the years, but some specific years have become highly sought after by collectors. One year that stands out in particular is 1961. The 1961 Lincoln penny may seem like an ordinary coin, but for those who know what to look for, it can be worth a lot more than just 1 cent. The Lincoln penny is a classic piece of American currency, featuring the image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. The coin has been a fixture in the lives of Americans for more than a century, but not all Lincoln pennies are created equal. Some years, like 1961, have become more desirable due to certain features that make them stand out in the world of coin collecting. In general, most 1961 pennies are worth only their face value, as they were produced in large quantities and circulated widely. However, the true value of a coin is often determined by its rarity and condition. And when it comes to the 1961 Lincoln penny, it's not just the year that matters, it's the condition and certain features that can make it highly valuable. One of the most important factors in determining the value of a 1961 penny is its condition. Over time, coins can become worn and damaged, especially those that have been in circulation for decades. A penny that has been heavily worn or scratched will be worth less than one that has been well preserved. In the world of coin collecting, coins that are in mint state, meaning they show no signs of wear or damage, are always more valuable. A 1961 Lincoln penny in mint condition can command a significant price, especially when it has been stored properly and kept away from the wear and tear of everyday use. But what really sets the 1961 Lincoln penny apart from others is the possibility of finding a rare variety, or error. Throughout the years, there have been many coins that were accidentally struck with minting errors, and these errors can make a coin worth far more than its face value. The 1961 penny is no exception. Some of these pennies were struck with subtle variations that make them highly valuable to collectors. For example, there are certain 1961 pennies that feature a double die, a minting error where the design is stamped twice, resulting in a noticeable doubling of the lettering or features on the coin. This type of minting error is highly sought after by collectors, as it represents a rare anomaly in the production process. A double die error can drastically increase the value of a coin, and a 1961 penny with such an error could be worth a small fortune. These types of pennies are not easy to find, but if you happen to come across one, it could be worth far more than you ever imagined. Another factor that can drive up the value of a 1961 penny is its rarity. The 1961 penny was minted in large numbers, so finding one in circulation is not uncommon. However, finding one in exceptional condition or with a rare error is much more difficult. Coins that are rare and in good condition will always be in high demand among collectors, and the 1961 Lincoln penny is no exception. The combination of rarity, condition, and any unique features can lead to a significant increase in value. So, how much could a 1961 Lincoln penny be worth? For the average penny in worn condition, it may only be worth its face value. But for a 1961 penny that has been well preserved or one that features a rare minting error, the price can skyrocket. In fact, certain 1961 pennies have been known to sell for as much as $110,000. That's right, $110,000 for a single penny. This is an incredible example of how a small mistake, or a coin in exceptional condition, can result in a massive payout. It's a reminder that even the most common items, like a simple penny, can have enormous value if they are rare or unique enough. So, the next time you come across a 1961 Lincoln penny, take a moment to examine it carefully. Look for any signs of minting errors, check its condition, and keep in mind that you could be holding on to something worth far more than just a penny. In the world of coin collecting, the 1961 Lincoln penny stands out as one of those hidden treasures. With the right combination of rarity, condition, and minting errors, this penny could be worth a fortune. So, don't overlook those pennies in your jar or in your pocket change. One of them could be worth $110,000. Keep your eyes peeled, because you never know when you might stumble upon a rare find. Top 2. When we think of pennies, we often don't give them much thought. After all, it's just 1 cent. However, if you're into the fascinating world of coin collecting, you might be surprised to learn that some pennies are worth far more than their face value. A great example of this is the 1970 Lincoln 1-cent penny. For most people, a 1970 penny is just another piece of change. But for numismatists, those passionate collectors of rare and valuable coins, this seemingly ordinary penny can hold a fortune. The Lincoln penny has been a part of American life since 1909. Featuring the iconic image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, it has become one of the most well-known and widely circulated coins in U.S. history. But despite the coin's long-standing presence in American currency, not every penny from every year holds the same value. Certain years stand out in the world of coin collecting, and the 1970 penny is one of those years that can surprise collectors and anyone who happens to come across one. At first glance, the 1970 Lincoln penny doesn't seem like it would stand out among other coins in circulation. The design, as with most pennies, features the profile of Lincoln on the front, with the Lincoln Memorial on the back. However, there's something special about some of these coins that makes them highly valuable to those with a keen eye for rare finds. First and foremost, the 1970 penny was minted in large quantities, but certain factors can influence how much it's worth. One of the most crucial factors in determining a coin's value is its condition. In the world of coin collecting, a coin's grade or condition is everything. Coins that are in mint condition, meaning they show little to no wear and are in near perfect shape, are always worth more than those that have been heavily circulated. The 1970 penny is no exception. A well-preserved penny, free of scratches, dings, or discoloration, will always fetch a higher price than one that's been worn down by time and circulation. But what truly sets the 1970 Lincoln penny apart from other pennies is the potential for minting errors. Coin collectors go wild for minting errors, which occur when something goes wrong during the production process. These errors can range from slight misprints to more dramatic mistakes. And believe it or not, some of the 1970 pennies were struck with unique features or flaws that make them highly sought after by collectors. One of the most notable errors found on some 1970 pennies is the double die variety. What exactly is a double die? Essentially, a double die is a minting error where the coin's design is stamped more than once, resulting in a noticeable doubling effect on certain elements of the coin's design, such as the lettering or Lincoln's profile. This error happens when the die used to strike the coin is misaligned or not properly reset after the first strike. The result is a coin with the design appearing twice, offset from each other. While this might seem like a small mistake, it can dramatically increase the value of the coin. For collectors, finding a 1970 penny with a double die error is like stumbling upon a hidden treasure. The rarity of these errors makes them incredibly valuable, and they can fetch substantial amounts of money when sold at auctions or through private sales. A 1970 penny with a noticeable double die error could easily be worth far more than its 5-cent face value. Additionally, the minting process during 1970 saw some interesting variations in the pennies produced. Some 1970 pennies were made with slightly different metal compositions, and others were struck with minor design flaws that can increase their value. The key is being able to identify those subtle differences that make certain coins rare and unique. While most 1970 pennies are fairly common, a penny with the right characteristics can be incredibly valuable to a collector. Now, let's get down to the most exciting part: the value of a 1970 Lincoln penny. In most cases, a typical 1970 penny, if it's been well circulated and shows signs of wear, is worth about 5 cents, just like any other penny. However, when you add in the factors of rarity, condition, and the possibility of minting errors, the value of this coin can skyrocket. For example, a 1970 Lincoln penny in pristine, mint condition could be worth hundreds of dollars, especially if it's a particularly rare variety. But for a 1970 penny with a double die error or another minting flaw, the value could be even more astronomical. How much, you ask? A 1970 Lincoln penny with the right rare features, in excellent condition, and with a minting error, can be worth as much as $90,000. Yes, you heard that right, $90,000 for a single penny. It's incredible to think that something as simple as a penny could be worth such a large sum of money. But that's the magic of coin collecting. Coins that were once common currency can sometimes become valuable collector's items, depending on the features they possess and their rarity in the market. So, the next time you come across a 1970 Lincoln penny, don't just dismiss it. Take a closer look. Check for any errors or unique features that could make it valuable. Remember, you could be holding a coin worth a staggering $90,000. You never know what hidden treasures you might find in your pocket change. Top 3. The world of coin collecting is filled with stories of hidden treasures, and the United States 1-cent penny is no exception. Among the many years that produced millions of these small copper coins, one stands out for its rare and valuable features: the 1973 Lincoln penny. This coin might seem like just another piece of pocket change at first glance, but for collectors and enthusiasts, it's a highly sought-after item with significant value, especially when it comes to certain varieties and conditions. The 1973 Lincoln penny was minted in massive quantities, just like most pennies from the era. Featuring the famous portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the front, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, it's easy to mistake this coin as one of the many circulating pennies you've seen over the years. But much like other years, certain 1973 pennies have qualities that make them stand out, and in some cases, worth a lot more than the typical 1-cent face value. For most of us, a 1973 penny isn't something we think much about. It might be tossed into a jar or buried in a coin collection that never sees the light of day. But for coin collectors, those seemingly ordinary pennies are part of a larger world of valuable items that can turn up in the most unexpected places. The 1973 penny's potential value lies not only in its condition but also in certain rare characteristics that make it worth far more than just 1 cent. The condition of the coin plays a huge role in determining its value. In coin collecting, a coin's grade is key, and the better the condition, the higher the value. Coins that are in excellent or mint state, meaning they show no signs of wear, scratches, or discoloration, are much more valuable than those that have been in circulation for decades. If you happen to have a 1973 penny that has been kept in perfect condition, it could be worth far more than you might expect. The value can rise significantly, especially if it has been properly stored and preserved. However, the real excitement for collectors comes from the rare minting errors that can sometimes be found on 1973 pennies. Minting errors occur when there is a problem during the production of the coin, leading to unique variations in the design. These mistakes are relatively uncommon and make certain coins highly valuable to collectors. A 1973 Lincoln penny with a minting error can be worth much more than a regular penny, and some collectors have paid large sums to get their hands on these rare finds. One of the most valuable types of error found on the 1973 penny is the double die variety. A double die error occurs when the coin is struck multiple times, causing parts of the design to appear doubled. This can include doubled lettering, doubling of Lincoln's image, or other aspects of the design. These types of errors are highly prized by coin collectors because of their rarity, and they can dramatically increase the value of a coin. Another minting error that can make a 1973 penny stand out is the off-center strike. This happens when the penny is not properly aligned during the minting process, resulting in the design being shifted or off-center. While this might sound like a small mistake, it can create a unique and highly collectible coin. Off-center pennies are rare, and a well-preserved 1973 penny with this type of error could be worth a great deal more than its 5-cent value. But it's not just minting errors that make a 1973 penny valuable. In fact, some pennies from this year were made with different metal compositions due to changes in the way coins were produced. Certain varieties of the 1973 penny, particularly those made with a higher copper content or specific characteristics, can attract attention from collectors. These rare variations can cause the coin to be worth more than a typical 1973 penny in circulation. Now, you might be wondering, just how much could a 1973 Lincoln penny be worth? Well, for a standard 1973 penny in average condition, the value is typically very modest, only 1 cent, as expected. However, when it comes to rarer varieties, such as those with minting errors or in mint condition, the value can increase dramatically. In fact, certain 1973 pennies with rare features and in excellent condition have been known to sell for as much as $72,000. That's right, $72,000 for a single penny. This is a prime example of how the world of coin collecting can turn ordinary coins into valuable treasures. The 1973 Lincoln penny, with the right combination of rarity, condition, and minting errors, can be worth a fortune to the right collector. So, what should you do if you come across a 1973 penny? Don't just toss it into your spare change jar or forget about it. Take a closer look. Examine the condition carefully, and check for any minting errors. If you discover that you have a rare 1973 penny with a unique feature, it might be worth far more than its face value. Whether it's a well-preserved coin in near-perfect condition or one with a striking minting error, your penny could be worth a significant sum of money. In the world of numismatics, the 1973 Lincoln penny is an example of how even the most seemingly common coins can hold extraordinary value. So the next time you come across a 1973 penny, take a moment to inspect it closely. It could very well be a hidden treasure worth $72,000. Keep your eyes open, because you never know what you might find in your pocket change. Top 4. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and sometimes, the most valuable treasures can be hidden in plain sight. If you've ever dug through a jar of loose change, you might have come across a 1981 Lincoln penny. For most people, it's just another small coin, worth only 1 cent. But for coin collectors, the 1981 Lincoln penny can be a hidden gem with significant value. Yes, this seemingly ordinary penny can fetch a surprisingly high price, depending on its condition and certain unique features. The Lincoln 1-cent penny has been a staple in American currency since it was first introduced in 1909, and since then, it has undergone several design changes. The 1981 penny is part of the long history of this iconic coin. Featuring the image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, it's easy to overlook as just another coin that you see in your pocket change. However, there are specific reasons why a 1981 Lincoln penny can be worth far more than its face value. The first and most important factor in determining the value of a coin is its condition. In the world of numismatics, the term condition refers to the quality of the coin, and it plays a huge role in how much that coin is worth. A penny that has been in circulation for decades and shows signs of wear, scratches, or discoloration will have little value beyond its face value. But a 1981 penny that has been well preserved, kept in a safe place, and free from damage can be worth significantly more. When a penny is in excellent or mint condition, meaning it has little to no signs of wear, it becomes much more desirable to collectors. A 1981 Lincoln penny in pristine condition can be worth much more than just 1 cent, especially if it's graded highly by professionals. Coins are graded on a scale, with mint state being the highest grade. A 1981 penny that is graded as MS 67 or higher, meaning it has almost no visible wear, could fetch a considerable amount at auction. But the condition is only part of the story. The real value in certain coins comes from the rarity of specific features, and when it comes to the 1981 Lincoln penny, there are a few key characteristics that can make it worth much more than its face value. Minting errors are one of the most important factors in the coin's value. Throughout the years, some pennies have been struck with unusual mistakes that make them rare and highly desirable to collectors. For the 1981 Lincoln penny, there are a couple of error types that can drastically increase its value. One of the most valuable errors to look for is the double die variety. This occurs when the design on the coin is stamped more than once, creating a doubling effect on certain parts of the design, such as the letters in Liberty or the date 1981. This type of error is rare and makes the coin significantly more valuable. A 1981 penny with a noticeable double die error could be worth far more than its face value, and in some cases, it could sell for thousands of dollars. Another potential error to watch out for is the off-center strike. This happens when the penny is misaligned during the minting process, causing the design to be stamped off-center. This can result in a coin that has an unusual look, and while it might seem like a mistake, off-center pennies are highly collectible. A well-preserved 1981 penny with an off-center strike could also increase its value. Additionally, some 1981 pennies were produced with subtle variations in the metal composition, adding another layer of rarity to the coin. Collectors often search for pennies that were made with specific combinations of materials or features that differ from the standard coins produced that year. These variations can be incredibly valuable, especially if they are in excellent condition and are confirmed by a professional grading service. Now, you might be wondering, how much could a 1981 Lincoln penny actually be worth? For a typical penny in average condition, the value is, of course, just 1 cent. But for a well-preserved penny in mint condition, the price can rise significantly, particularly if it has a rare error or an unusual feature. Some 1981 pennies with these characteristics have been known to sell for impressive amounts at auction, especially if they are in top-tier condition. In fact, a 1981 Lincoln penny with the right combination of rarity, condition, and potential minting errors can be worth as much as $67,000. Yes, you read that correctly, $67,000 for a single penny. This is the incredible potential of rare and collectible coins, where an otherwise ordinary item can become a valuable asset. So, the next time you come across a 1981 Lincoln penny, take a moment to really examine it. Look for any signs of a minting error, such as a double die or an off-center strike. Check its condition. Does it show any signs of wear? Is it shiny and new, or has it been worn down by years of circulation? You might just have a penny worth far more than you initially thought. In the world of coin collecting, even a simple 1981 Lincoln penny can turn into a treasure. Whether it's the rarity of a minting error, the exceptional condition of the coin, or the unique metal composition, this penny has the potential to become a highly valuable collector's item. Don't dismiss it as just another piece of change. It could be the key to unlocking a surprising amount of money, as much as $67,000.